With Bridgerton, not only has Shonda Rhimes avoided the usual toe dipping, but she's taken a running leap and plunged right into the water. We get a complete interracial relationship unfettered. The viewer is invited to follow a young white woman and a young black man from first meeting to growing attraction, falling passionately in love, marriage, and the celebration of the birth of their first child. Now let's remember that race is recognized in the world of Bridgerton. It's just that the characters don't care much about it, nor do we. Devoid of this baggage, the relationship between Simon and Daphne is presented as two people passionate for each other. It's a love affair involving what has historically been the most contentious and dangerous interracial combination. The combination at the center of the story. Brought full, successful, and happy into American households. We've never seen this before. Oh, sure, because we've been exposed to the various past narratives, heard the expositions, and had our minds piece these things together like a jigsaw puzzle. We think we've seen it, but we really haven't. It's never been done. Tens of millions of people were drawn in and became emotionally involved in Simon and Daphne's journey. Tens of millions of people witnessed their intense physical intimacy, not once, but numerous times. None of that one and done so typical of previous shows bold enough to explore this territory. There was a montage. And tens of millions joined in joyous celebration of the birth of their unambiguously mixed race son. In TV and movies, children of such couples are as rare as rubies. And this large number embraced this relationship, rooted for its success, and cried for more. Such expressions of love and passion between two characters have typically been reserved for white couples. With its success and wide exposure, Bridgerton is capable of changing hearts and minds, altering the perception of how blacks and whites can relate to one another in the most substantive of ways, closing the artificial gap in the racial landscape, and challenging producers of entertainment content. Now, I don't know if Miss Rhimes had such lofty goals, but her and her team have created a revolutionary show in the form of a thoroughly engaging romance whose social message is not in the narrative itself, but in its presentation. For the first time, Americans see a devoted and ardent relationship between a black man and white woman fully realized in the most accessible of stories. And the impact of this is far-reaching. Whether you love the show or think it's so-so doesn't really matter. To make a broad comparison to an aspect of quantum theory, simply observing causes change. And that's why Bridgerton is one of the most important shows in American TV movie history. Thanks for sticking with me, and remember, I'm doing this because you're watching. Take care.